Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Couch Brotatopodcast. Producer Adam joins me on the show today as him and I sit down to discuss all things fast food. That's right, gang. The Couch Brotatopodcast is going to give to you our list of the best fast food chains in America. Where does McDonald's fit in? What do we think is the worst fast food chain in America? The only way to find out is to listen. So after the guitar riff, the Couch Potato Podcast presents to you the top 5 fast food chains in America. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Couch Potato Podcast. With me is producer Adam. Adam, how's it going, man?
Great. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good. Today's topic, I thought we'd do something a little different. You know, we usually do wrestling or movies or sports or sometimes the occasional music episode. And I thought, we've done that, a little passe. Why don't we do something cool and outside the box? So I remember this jogged my memory during the NCAA tournament this past weekend that when we all worked for the mighty Big Blue and Yellow electronics retailer. Some of you probably call it Best Buy. We call it the inner circle of hell. We had a tournament, us warehouse guys, where we created a bracket to determine what we were going to have for breakfast, what fast food breakfast we were going to have. And I thought, you know what, that'd be kind of a cool topic to do, would be our opinion, what the top 5 best fast food chain restaurants are in the United States of America. Now, we can't do the world, obviously, because as cool as we are not world travelers yet.
Not yet.
So
wait until we get big.
Yeah, wait till we get big. People start listening so we could travel abroad, so we can present to you the sequel to this episode, the 5 greatest fast food chains in the world. So we're depending on you to make us rich and famous so we can do that episode. Or you can always just send us money on PayPal. Either or. But today's topic, yes, we are going to do the top 5 best fast food chain restaurants in the good old US of A. I developed a criteria for my list. I basically have that the restaurant has to be located in the United States of America, and it has to be a restaurant that you could go to in Maine, Florida, California, or Washington State, and all points in between. So basically it has to be a restaurant that you can find anywhere in the United States. So unfortunately that disqualifies such awesome fast food chains as In-N-Out Burger, which I had for the first time this past summer in Denver. Phenomenal. That would easily make my top 5 if they had more of them available. So In-N-Out Burger, bring one of those to Ohio or at least Indiana so I can make the trek. My second criteria is you have to order the food from a drive-through window or at a counter. So it can't be a place where you go sit down and a waiter comes and takes your order. Not really a fast food joint, so that disqualifies Applebee's, Olive Garden, things like that. So that's my criteria. Adam, before we get into this list, is there anything that I didn't add that would be criteria for you in choosing your top 5?
No, I pretty much followed the same criteria. I tried to diversify mine a little bit, but I found it difficult. So I ended up doing a couple of the same kind of cuisine, the same kind of menu, but pretty much the same.
Yeah, when I decided to do this topic, first off, it was because, Adam, you're a father. A lot of times when your kids get sick, they bring it home to you. So
Yep.
By proxy, you end up being sick eventually. So this is the second time I've been under the weather in the last few weeks, and had trouble speaking. So I wanted to do something quick.
Yeah.
So I thought this would kind of be a cool episode to do. So, but yeah, this was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, coming up with the top 5.
It's very meta that this is our quick episode because it's the fast food episode.
If I didn't take it off of my Roadcaster Pro, I would have easily hit that.
Yeah.
But I took it off there, and I, for life of me, don't know how to reload those back on there. So I apologize. But you can always add that in post production.
Yes, I can.
Um, but yeah, outside of that, I thought a little wrinkle that we could add to this is when you give your top five, you also offer to the listeners the one item on their menu that they have to try if they've never been there. Which most of these places, it's not like when I was a kid, like McDonald's was like a special treat that you got maybe once a month.
Yeah,
I mean, now it's like
that was how I was. Yeah,
as busy as everybody is now, like you're probably hitting up McDonald's or Wendy's or Taco Bell once or twice a week now. So
yeah, I think fast food is more ubiquitous than it was back in the late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, my brother broke his wrist, and my mom had to stay with him in the hospital because like he really did a number on his wrist, and my grandparents bought me McDonald's like the entire time my mom was in the hospital, and like I felt like a king because I had never had McDonald's that many times in a row, let alone like 3 days in a row. But now like my kids will have it a couple of times a week if we're like super busy, which yeah, don't judge me, guys. I'm not a bad parent because I take my kids to McDonald's a couple times a week.
Yeah,
they're not husky.
No. McDonald's is still kind of a treat for my kids, but they get it way more often than I did for sure.
Oh yeah,
but they also know how to persuade me, I guess is a good term for it. Like, oh, can we go to McDonald's? It's been so long since we've had a Happy Meal. Like, you had one like 2 weeks ago, but sure.
They have to put something in their food that appeals to kids because I notice as you get older, McDonald's isn't as awesome as it is when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like kids, like I think when you're in that, when you get to be about like 9 or 10 is when you start maybe venturing out to check out other fast food joints. But man, McDonald's is like, that is the end all be all if you're under 10 years old.
McDonald's nuggets are crack for kids.
I think they sprinkle that stuff on everything. And truth be told, I think that McDonald's needs to quit investing so much money into putting illicit drugs into their food and fix their damn fucking ice cream maker.
See, their ice cream maker is not broken. They do not want to clean it again. It's a conspiracy. They clean it, and then they're like, okay, we're going to cut off the ice cream at this point in time. And whenever you go, like, after, I don't know, 6 or 7 o'clock, it's like, our ice cream machine is down. It's a conspiracy. It's not down. You just don't want to clean it again. And you don't want to post a sign saying your ice cream machine is down for the night, because then you'd have to take it down the next morning. So it's just,
complete laziness.
I was going to say, I don't want to say lazy, but it's laziness.
Yeah. Get it together, McDonald's. Like, it shouldn't be like that hard to clean a damn ice cream machine.
Yeah, they need to come up with, they innovated the way to make hamburgers super fast. They need to innovate a way to clean an ice cream machine super fast.
You know what? Just take a fucking garden hose and spray the thing down. Like,
yeah.
I'm not picky. You can put a little bit of Oreo in my Twix McFlurry. I don't care. All right. Well, if you're ready, I am ready to get down to our top five. I figured we'll just do 5 and then 5, and then we'll just go all the way to number 1. That work for you?
All right. That works for me.
I'll let you begin since you're the guest this evening. What cracked number 5 for you tonight?
Number 5, it kind of fell along my criteria of having different kind of cuisine. Is Long John Silver's.
Oh.
So, and I picked it because, it's different. We got the hush puppies, you got the fish, you got the the battered fried chicken. It's different than, other fried food, I guess. They have the crunchies. Everybody loves the crunchies. And I mean, it always comes with an A&W, but that would be a second slot on my list. So
well, I was going to ask you if it was just strictly Long John Silver's or if it was the Long John Silver's A&W, because I think now most of the locations are both.
Both, yeah.
I've only seen a standalone A&W one time. That's never been in person. For those of you that know me personally, I'm a huge fan of the wrestler Danhausen, and he went through the drive-through of an A&W restaurant. So I thought it was kind of weird to see a standalone.
Yeah, that's odd. I've seen Long Johns with like different restaurants attached. So I think they're part of the Yum Brands like food group.
Mm.
But I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember which ones I've seen them with. But yeah, it's mostly A&W. I didn't include A&W because it's supposed to be a different restaurant, even though it's kind of not. But
You're right. Yeah. Okay. What would be the item that you would recommend anybody get if they went to a Long John Silver's?
Now, I am not a fan, and maybe I'll get hate for this, maybe not. I'm not a fan of seafood. So I'm not a big fan of their shrimp or their fish. The chicken is amazing. And the hush puppies. I don't know what it is about it. That's the food item I recommend from Long John Silver's. Hush puppies. Awesome. I don't know what. I like even dipping them in ranch. Like I don't. It's just something about fried bread, fried dough. I don't know.
All those hush puppies are fucking legit. They're awesome.
Yeah.
And I know for me, like I like Long John Silver's, but I have to be in like the mood for seafood.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Red Lobster's, you know.
Yeah.
It's Red Lobster. I mean, it's like it'll do the trick, but come on, it's fucking Red Lobster. But those Cheddar Bay biscuits are.
Oh yeah.
If they sold those by themselves, totally different ball game. But if I'm in the mood for seafood, I will throw down the gauntlet. Like we're going to fucking Long John Silver's. If no one else wants it, figure it out. But I'm going to Long John Silver's.
And thinking about it, I don't think there are any vegetables on their menu.
I don't think there are either.
It's literally all fried starches, which makes it even better.
Oh yeah, I just want to be a gluttonous pig for an afternoon. I'm getting Long Johns. Yeah, those hush puppies are awesome. That's one thing. Like my kids are very picky eaters, so I know I don't really have to worry about them getting the hush puppies because my kids won't even eat Long John Silver's anyways. But yeah, I have to make sure that I get those.
I would say too the as an honorable mention, the crunchies. Everybody knows that that's just the leftover bits of batter that got fried with the chicken and the fish, but they keep them as a separate item. And they're free. And I know people can't see me, but I'm doing the air quotes. Yeah, but I don't care. The fried extra batter bits are good.
Oh yeah, when I go to Long John's, that whole thing's getting fucking cleaned up. Like there's nothing left when I'm done.
So yeah, solid number 5.
Very solid number 5 and very unexpected number 5. I would have never guessed Long John Silver's would have been mentioned on this episode, but I've been proven wrong before.
Hey, like I said, I was trying to keep it diverse. So
you job well done.
My number 4.
Well, I'll give you we'll do back and forth.
Okay.
I
see what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at this hosting thing, so you got to forgive me. You figured 90 some episodes in, I would have gotten the hang of it, but I'm still not good at it. I have number 5. I have Burger King.
Okay.
Yeah. And Burger King made the cut simply because, Taco Bell, not a huge fan, although I have warmed back up to it recently. And Arby's was getting some consideration, but then I read about their roast beef is not actual roast beef. It's cut from a different part of the cow, and that kind of is a game changer for me a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Subway, but then Subway loses points because their spokesperson used to be a pedophile. It's no reflection on the quality of their food. It's just the fact that
yeah, they don't have a drive-through, and their chicken is like only like 70% chicken. So
yeah. Well, I mean, in a crunch though, Subway is like fucking everywhere. You said before the opening of the show that what was the fun fact that you were sharing with me? I'll let you.
it was there are more McDonald's in the United States, or more Subways in the United States and the world than there are McDonald's, which is crazy to me.
Yeah. So in a pinch, if you want to sub. I also will deduct points from Subway because I'm a Philly cheesesteak fan. I love them, and I think their Philly cheesesteak sandwiches are horrible.
Oh wow!
I don't like them. It just I don't know.
Hopefully Jenna doesn't watch this episode. She loves their Philly cheesesteaks. She's like, "Oh man, these so good!" Like I think she even puts them above Charlie's. And I mean, that's hard to do.
Yeah, well, like I've never had an authentic Philadelphia Philly cheesesteak, so I can't really judge. But we have a local sub place here that I think puts out a pretty mean Philly cheesesteak. And I don't hear anything from your wife about my taste in subs because she doesn't like the Princess Bride.
See, I've had an authentic Philly cheesesteak, and they're nothing like any Philly cheesesteaks because they don't like actual Philly cheesesteaks don't have provolone or any of the vegetables or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just meat and cheese whiz.
Yep.
So, but that being said, Subway's down on that list.
Yeah. So by default, Burger King makes number 5. I mean, they're okay. I mean, there's nothing in their menu that really like pops out that like would warrant them being in the top 5. They're kind of one of those restaurants that like they don't have anything that like is super amazing, but they have enough food and a variety of different foods that'll they'll do the trick for you. I do like the mayonnaise they put on their chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, their chicken sandwiches are pretty good.
I think the one item that if you're going to eat it from get anything from Burger King, I guess get the Whopper.
Yeah,
because they do prepare their hamburgers like that flame broiled, so it's like no one else has hamburgers like Burger King, so it's going to be something different.
And I think Wendy's pokes fun at them for using Australian beef, but like Australian beef is like supposed to be really good, I guess. I don't know. And side note on your Whopper, Angry Whopper, awesome if you like spicy food.
Yeah, like I don't understand why or how you still have a fucking stomach intact. Old Adam here, when we worked together, would always get the fucking hottest thing on the menu.
Yeah. Blazing wings or Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, or if we got a Mexican food from one of the local Mexican restaurants, he'd always ask for, I think I even heard you say this on the phone once, like, give me a shit ton of jalapenos.
Yes. I believe...
And I think they gave you a bucket, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. There was a big, like, Tupperware bowl full of them. I believe what I said to the person on the phone is, please murder my shit with jalapenos. And they laughed.
Yeah, you got it. They're just like fucking destroying jalapenos on that. But
yeah, Angry Whopper, awesome. And I don't have a stomach anymore. I have to take a special pill before I eat anything spicy.
It's because of all that fucking food, man. Like you eating ghost peppers and all this fucking blazing hot shit, man.
Oh man, I remember when I ate that ghost pepper that Joey took out of his chili. That was hot, man.
You'll have. It always comes a day where you got to pay the piper. All right, what's your number 4, dude?
My number 4 it made the list just because I went to it a lot, especially for breakfast. Taco Bell
Okay.
didn't make your list, but it made mine. And the reason I put it at number 4 above Long John's is because I've gone there way more than Long John's, and their variety is a little bit better. They have spicy food, which I like.
Yeah, that's been established.
Don't get the Diablo sauce. Travis says that's nasty, but I think that their variety of food puts it, on the list. I don't really care for their beef anymore, because I don't know, COVID. I guess it just makes it taste funny. I don't mind their chicken though, and you can replace any of their beef things with chicken. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they don't use real chicken either, but I don't care. Taco Bell barely passes as food, even though it's on this list.
I did read something. I want to say it was 6, 7, 8 months ago that Taco Bell is actually, no, it might have been even more recent than that. That Taco Bell is actually one of the healthiest, if not the healthiest, fast food chain in America.
Huh. That's surprising. I guess that makes sense though. Mm-hmm. The majority of their stuff is filled out with vegetables and stuff. So, mm-hmm. And then you got the beans, which are low in fat and high in fiber. So, their Cantina bowls are actually pretty good. I wouldn't say that that's the thing that you should get from there though. A lot of people look at me funny when I say this. They have some of the best breakfast food. I love their because people like breakfast burritos, right? But their breakfast burritos aren't the best. It's the what do they call those? The Crunch Wraps, steak Crunch Wrap. They have that jalapeno sauce that's in there, and it's not super spicy. It's got that creamy taste to it, but a little bit of extra hot sauce on there. That's good.
So yeah, basically what you're saying is if you want to offend your coworkers with rancid gas, get a Crunch Wrap with extra hot sauce from Taco Bell.
Exactly, and you will be walking around wherever you work, going from hallway to hallway, aisle to aisle, just crop dusting everything.
Sometimes though the workplace, they deserve the walking farts.
They do, yeah, especially the spicy ones.
Those are the worst. I used to not like Taco Bell. I've been on record with you and Lucas, former co-host of the show. I'm on record saying I'm not a big Taco Bell guy. I have warmed up to it recently. I've gotten it probably twice in the last year, which is more than I got it the previous year. Mm-hmm. So it's I guess it's if I'm coming home late from somewhere, and if it's I have on my way home, the only two places that are remotely close to me are a Taco Bell, a Rally's, which is Rally's/Checkers, not on my list, and McDonald's. So it's either you want hamburgers, you want tacos. So okay, I'll try.
Didn't you tell me a story about how you would just go into Taco Bell and take their hot sauce?
Yeah, when we'd have taco night here at the house, we had no taco sauce. I would just stroll up to that Taco Bell and just walk in and just grab fistfuls of their fucking taco sauce and walk out the door with it. And I would say they forgot to give it to me in the drive-thru.
And they're probably looking at you funny, I don't remember that guy in the drive. We haven't had a guy in the drive-thru for half an hour.
Yeah, did it all the time. Actually, about 3 weeks ago, I did that same thing. We have no taco sauce or any hot sauce in the house. I'm just gonna run into Taco Bell real quick. I also do that if I have no coffee creamer. We have a Speedway by the house. And if I don't have coffee creamer, I'll just have my coffee and I'll shoot into Speedway real quick and grab a fistful of their coffee creamers and then dump them in, walk out dump them in into my coffee and then like take off out of the parking lot.
There you go. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, don't take the coffee creamer? Like,
It's like, okay, fucking sue me, all right? That is a very good segue, by the way, because my number 4 fast food joint is Starbucks.
Okay.
Not known so much for their food, but they do have a shit ton of food options. And every time I go in there for coffee, I always seem to end up getting some kind of like, because usually I'll have one of my kids with me, so I'll have to get both of my kids something. And they have those lemon cakes, those cake pops. They actually have a pretty good bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich over there that I get from time to time.
I've had that. That's really good.
But I mean, it's primarily though, I would say for the coffee, and plus it's kind of like McDonald's that we discussed earlier. I mean, when it comes to coffee, Starbucks is pretty much synonymous with coffee.
Yeah,
same as McDonald's is with hamburgers. So I think they have to crack the list. I have never had one, but from the intel that I gathered, around September, it's when it becomes fall season, and it becomes it becomes basic white girl season. The pumpkin spice latte, I guess, would be the item menu to get from Starbucks.
The Han Solos come out to get their pumpkin spice.
The Han Solos, the basic white girls, yeah. They're out in full effect come early September. I know for me, early September is like, oh, super pumped at start of football season. But I know for the basic white girl, it's pumpkin spice season. So I would say that would be the menu item to get from Starbucks if you happen to come across one in, like September. I don't know, when is pumpkin spice season? Yeah. Does that just run through September, or is it September through October? Or
I think it's September through like mid-November. Like at the end of November, they start doing the Christmas ones. Oh, like the candy cane ones and stuff.
Oh, okay. That candy cane one's fucking disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, no, the candy cane ones are awful. The pumpkin spice isn't that great, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion.
I think I got one once with my wife on a dare. I think I was just trying to be a wise ass. I'm like, yeah, I'll take a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah. My favorite thing from there, which isn't for everybody because not everybody likes black coffee. I like the Cafe Americano. And for the uninitiated or the people that just, drink their Maxwell House, an Americano is at least 4 shots of espresso with hot water to fill up the rest of the cup. And I usually get it with 3 extra shots of espresso.
Uh-huh.
And that fuels me throughout my day when I have a Starbucks.
That, for me, like, if you, a telling sign of me being super tired is if I have a cup of Starbucks, because usually I'll try to get, I don't get the Americano, but I'll get something and I'll have them put, like espresso into it. Mm-hmm. So maybe next time I'll try the Americano with extra espresso.
Yeah, just have them put some like cream or something in it if you don't like it black. But
I got on the coffee kick a few years ago because I looked at what my normal morning consumption was, and I would usually down like a 2 liter, or not 2 liter, but like a throwaway Pepsi and like a muffin, and I just realized like I'm taking in probably 3/4 of my daily calories just in this muffin and this 2 liter, this throwaway Pepsi. So I went to coffee. Haven't gotten to drinking it totally black yet. I've noticed in recent weeks that the amount of creamer I put into it has gotten less and less.
Yeah. I feel like the more that I warmed up to the coffee taste, like the less creamer I put in it, because it tasted more often than not, like in the morning when I would put a whole bunch of creamer in it, it tasted like I was just drinking warm milk. Mm. And I was like, no, It needs to have some kind of a coffee taste to it. So I stopped putting as much in it, and then eventually I just got it to be black. And
I just have that fear of having that really dank coffee breath.
the really hot coffee breath. Yeah, you got to have like a piece of gum or something in the morning after you have your have one of those little throwaway toothbrushes or something after a cup of coffee.
Well, like during the pandemic, you could hide it because you had that mask on, and the only person that would be suffering would be you. But now, like, masks are kind of by the wayside now. People are getting, more face-to-face interactions, and like now I feel like, oh fuck, I just downed the rest of this coffee. Let me back up a little bit so they're not getting full blast. But yeah, Starbucks would be my number 4 simply because they're synonymous with coffee the same way McDonald's is synonymous with hamburgers. So that would be my number 4. Who's your number 3?
Oh, my number 3, I was thinking about doing a pizza joint because I was trying to do some diversity. And then I was thinking about fast food pizza joints that are everywhere. And we have a lot here in our local area that are just local joints like Casano's and Donato's is a little bit more widespread now after they got bought by McDonald's and then sold back to their own company. But Donato's is kind of local too. And then I was thinking, there's Pizza Hut, but they're not that great. They used to be, not anymore. And they're better when you actually like got to sit down and then like play Ninja Turtles in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't come up with a pizza joint that I wanted to put on this list that deserved to be on the list. So I went ahead and went with instead a chicken joint. And then I thought, okay, well, Cane's is really good, but again, local joint.
Well, I think Cane's has got a pretty wide footprint in the United States. I don't think they're everywhere, but right. I've seen them as I think I seen a Cane's in Colorado when I was there last year.
That's pretty good. I kind of went with something more ubiquitous though. I went with KFC.
Okay.
KFC, you got the 12 original herbs and spices. Very synonymous with fast food chicken. I mean, they came up with the bucket. You gotta give them some street cred at least. So I went with KFC. I enjoy their chicken a lot, but their side dishes are what's really good. I really like their mac and cheese. Mashed potatoes are pretty good. And it's one of those fast food joints where it's like, okay, I don't want fast food. I want sort of like, a regular meal. It's one of those, it's still fast food, don't get me wrong. It's not a home cooked meal, but it's the closest thing that you can get to one with fast food. So I chose KFC. I think if I were to choose a menu item on there,
it's got to be like the original recipe chicken, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say not the chicken. Like I said, it's not my favorite thing. I like the side dishes better.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to recommend something for somebody that hasn't eaten there ever, original recipe chicken.
Yeah, their chicken's awesome. I know with us, we seem to be like, I prefer their chicken. There's a local joint. It's a local chain. It's kind of to the, not just Springfield where we're from, but like kind of the surrounding area. It's called Lee's Famous Recipe. And we tend to get their KFC's chicken and get the sides from Lee's because Lee's seems to be better on their side dishes. But for my money, yeah, KFC's chicken's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
My brother and I once we camped out for at GameStop when they used to do the midnight game releases.
Mm-hmm.
We camped out for Madden one year, and him and I destroyed a bucket of KFC chicken waiting for that game to come out.
Yeah, they KFC a few years back people still don't know to this day if it's April Fool's joke or not because the website is still up. They came out and announced that they're going to bring out what they call the KS console, which is a game console that plays. I think they play PC games, and then they gave the specs for the PC, so like it was totally legit spec wise, and it came with a built-in chicken warmer.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. It's still like the website's still up, but nobody's heard anything about it since like the website went up.
I'd get it.
I mean, I'd get it. I mean,
I've spent my
chicken
money on dumber shit.
I don't know what I would do about the greasy chicken though. The greasy chicken's not a good thing to have when you're playing a video game.
No. I know that was one of the things that like when I get done with that, I wish that KFC would put the wet wipes or the wet naps or whatever they're called in the bag. They don't, but whenever I get done eating KFC or like fried chicken in general, like I have to go wash my hands.
Yeah, it's like that feeling that you have after you eat ribs and your hands are all sticky and greasy. Yeah.
Oh, dude, ribs sound so fucking good right now.
I'd go for some ribs.
Yeah. Let's just call off work tomorrow, go to a rib joint.
Okay. You know who actually has really good ribs around here? You ever heard of that place, Speakeasy Ramen?
Yes, I've been there, and those ribs are awesome.
Those
ribs
are amazing. Yeah. Excellent ribs.
Well, maybe we'll save that for the feature episode of food restaurants to check out in the hometown of Springfield, Ohio. If anyone dares come to this town,
don't tell them you'll never get out, and then you'll be depressed.
I double dog dare you to come to Springfield, Ohio. All right, so my number 3 is going to be the king of the mountain, the OG of fast food restaurants. I went with McDonald's at number 3.
Okay.
For me, I'm not so much of a fan of it. The only time I'll eat it is if like my kids want it, which my son is starting to gravitate away from it. But my daughter fucking loves it. If she could have her choice of dinner every night of the week, it would be McDonald's.
So those crack nuggets, man.
Yeah. Yep. 4-piece chicken nugget, fries, the apple slices. She usually gets apple juice. Sometimes she'll switch it up and get chocolate milk. Although I made the mistake last time I took her. I got her the high C orange, and then about an hour later, she became the Great Cornholio. So I'll never do that again.
Oh, God, the amount of sugar that she must have consumed.
It was just one of them little kids' cups, but, man, she was fucking wired after that. I thought I was going to have to go Roddy Piper and put her in a sleeper hold. But she eventually tired herself out and fell asleep. She came off that sugar high. But yeah, I mean McDonald's, they're everywhere. They're synonymous with fast food. And I know they have a lot of iconic menu items. Obviously their French fries. Mm-hmm. But I would say if you're going to get any item from McDonald's, I would say you get the extra value meal number 1, which is the Big Mac, fries, and then get you a fountain Coke. Because I know it's cheating a little bit, but I'd say the Big Mac is the most iconic fast food item of all time. Mm-hmm. Period.
Indeed.
And then we've discussed their fries are when you get them hot. I know the McDonald's around here, they seem to have, that's a lost art form, is serving you hot fries.
So I have to interject here. Being the food runner for our group at the electronic retailer that is the Seventh Circle of Hell. When we went to McDonald's, there's a couple of tricks that I learned. Always ask for your fries with no salt. You will get fresh fries every single time. and then you can add your salt later. Second, when you are ordering from the counter and not the drive-through, always order an iced tea, because iced tea is considered a food item, and in most states, food items are not taxed.
Really?
You actually get your drink cheaper and not taxed like you would a soft drink.
And then you just go over to the counter or the drink station, get yourself a Coke.
Exactly. All right.
That's smart thinking. I'm going to do that going forward. But yeah, like you get the fries, and then like you're talking about like the drinks. I don't know what it is. I'm not a huge Coca-Cola person, but a fountain Coke from McDonald's tastes different than any other Coca-Cola you can get.
Indeed, and combined with the fries, like the sweet and the salty, just that's good.
Yeah.
Right after you had a mouthful of fries, and then you get that sweet Coke. There's just nothing like it.
And bonus, if you get French fries, personal McDonald's hack for me is get the chicken nugget barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It just hits. What the kids say, it hits a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I know I cheated a little bit and didn't give you one item. I gave you 3, but fuck it, it's my show and I'll do what I want. So
there you go.
So yeah, McDonald's is number 3 for me, simply because it's, you know, the iconic fast food restaurant, and
yeah,
I seem to frequent it more often than I like. So, what do you got for number 2?
Number 2, and this is where I start being less diverse. It's Burger King.
Okay.
Picked Burger King simply because I wanted to. There's no real reason other than like when we were kids, it was one or the other, Burger King or McDonald's, and one of the things that we used to do was we would get Burger King, and in the town we lived, there's a Burger King really close to a park. And what we would do is we would go to that Burger King, get the food, hit up the park, have a picnic there at the picnic table, and then just, you know, have a fun day at the park. So it's kind of nostalgia for me, I guess. And that's one of the things that my mom wanted us to do before, you know, after she had passed, was, you know, get Burger King, go to the park, and have a good day. So that's one of the things that we did. We got fast food. So Burger King, number 2 for me. Didn't quite make number 1 for reasons that we'll get into a little later, but I mean, their Whoppers are awesome. Mm-hmm. If I had to choose between Burger King and McDonald's for hamburger quality, Big Mac's great, Quarter Pounder's great, but just nothing beats the Whopper.
Yeah.
If Burger King had McDonald's fries, they would be the perfect burger joint, like fast food wise, anyways. So the Whopper, I'm agreeing with you on that one, but it's a little bit higher on my list. And again, for the people that like the spicy food, Angry Whopper, whenever it's out. Also, side note, I think I told you this already, but they stole your idea for chicken parm, just putting sauce on a chicken patty. So
I seen Burger King did that, and there's another restaurant that did it too. I call it the ghetto chicken parm. It's essentially a chicken patty with fucking pizza sauce on it, and I throw cheese on it. It's a fucking big hit at my house. Everybody loves it. And I don't think it was a patented idea, but
you should have patented it, though.
I think I need some residuals.
Yeah. You could get a lot of money if you just, you know, trademarked the idea. It's like, hey.
You know what, though? Burger King could probably send me a letter hand-delivered by the fucking king telling me to go fuck myself.
That stupid smile on his face.
Yeah. He would knock on my door, that shit-eating grin, that fucking crown, and he'd hand me a letter, and I would open up the letter, and it would say, hey, we seen your lawsuit. Go fuck yourself.
Oh man,
Bonus
that's
points
funny.
for Burger King, though. They did have Xbox 360 games for a limited time, too.
Yeah, Sneak King. Oh man, they had some good ones. I
Yeah,
think
I
they're really
remember.
hard to come by now.
I I remember me and a guy that I worked with at Best Buy, we went to Burger King, and we actually went through the drive-through twice, and we ended up getting all four of the games that they had.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but
Yeah, those are super hard to come by now. I've been trying to find a copy of those.
fuck, I sold mine to GameStop for next to nothing. They gave me like $1 trade-in for them.
I wonder what the value of it is on them now. I don't want to spend too
$2.
much. Hopefully. I mean, saves me some money.
Yeah. Yeah, the Whopper, it's awesome. I was gonna real quick. I never had Burger King until I was a teenager.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
my folks and my grandparents were always the kind of people that they weren't going to drive to a different part of town to get food. It's like you had
Yeah.
to stay within that little radius, and if it wasn't
Yeah.
in that radius, you weren't fucking getting it. It wasn't until I've mentioned my friend Jeff a time or two on this show. Him and I were going somewhere, and we stopped at Burger King and got something to eat. And I was like, because he said, you just want to get Burger King? I'm like, I've never had Burger King. Yes, I want Burger King. Never had it. My son has actually gravitated towards it now more than McDonald's. Because they have cheese sticks.
Yeah. They have a lot more variety. They have jalapeno poppers.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good too.
And I was like, dude, try the fries. The fries are, actually, I think their fries are pretty good. They're not my favorite, but their fries are solid when they're hot.
I think they still have hot dogs too. They added hot dogs to their menu not too long ago.
I don't know. Sometimes to me, if you add hot dogs to your menu, it's like, well, we fucking given up.
It's like going to Dairy Queen and getting a Coney dog.
Yeah. It's like, we can't come up with an innovative sandwich. Just put a fucking hot dog on there. We got no ideas, but we need to add something to the summer seasonal menu. Until they add like the hot dog hamburger, where it's like a fucking hot dog on a hamburger bun.
So I have made at home hot dog, like, so you know how you make your traditional hamburgers in the shape of a patty. What I did was I rolled up some American cheese, and I made them in the shape of hot dogs. Why not? And I put them on hot dog buns because I only had hot dog buns, and I did not want to go to the store to get hamburger buns, and they're pretty good.
There you go. You might want to patent that idea, because I guarantee somebody's going to fucking steal it in 6 months, and you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass.
Probably. You're not wrong.
My number 2 pick is Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I have a soft spot in my heart for that fucking chicken sandwich. I know it hurt my feelings to see that all these pretenders to the crown were coming out of the woodwork during the Great Chicken Sandwich War of 2000. Was that 2020?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When everybody was trying to like take down Chick-fil-A with their chicken sandwich. I never did get Popeye's chicken sandwich though, because I know we have one Popeye's location in the area, and every time I tried, they were seriously lined up all the way down the fucking street to get in there.
They still have it. So,
Oh, they do?
yeah. It's $5 too. It's not too bad. Like for the whole meal.
Well, maybe one of these days I'll give it a shot just to see if it's as good as Chick-fil-A.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A doesn't do anything really to reinvent the wheel. Their chicken sandwich is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
The fries are really solid too, and they added macaroni and cheese to the menu, which is phenomenal. It used to be, for me, Chick-fil-A was one of those restaurants that I would make a special trip out of town to an area that had a Chick-fil-A just so I could go.
Okay.
So, Yeah, I mean, nothing special about Chick-fil-A. Just their chicken sandwich is fucking awesome. And
Now, where would you rate like Cane's chicken sandwich on the chicken sandwich board
well,
of?
I've never had
I mean,
Cane's chicken sandwich. Now, isn't it just their chicken strips on a bun?
yeah, but with the sauce, it's really good.
I've never had the chicken sandwich. I've eaten the 3-piece, or no, I've eaten the 4-piece
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not a big coleslaw guy.
Yeah, neither am I.
Never have liked it. So I always substitute the coleslaw with either extra French fries or the extra piece of Texas toast. Now I've done it to where I've put the chicken strips on the Texas toast and eaten it that way, and that's really good.
Yeah.
But I've never had the actual chicken sandwich before because I kind of seen it. I was like, that's kind of a fucking shitty way to make a chicken sandwich. It's essentially 3 chicken strips on 2 pieces of bread.
Yeah, but see, their secret weapon is it's Cane's chicken with the cane sauce on a piece of bread.
That's true. That
Not
cane
reinventing
sauce
the
is
wheel.
awesome.
But yeah, no, I agree. The chicken is really great at Chick-fil-A, and then they got the waffle fries. Those are really good. Um, uh, they got really crappy business practices, but politics aside,
Yeah.
they have amazing food.
Yeah. I don't agree with a lot of the external things that the company does. Not going to get into that. But
No.
I've also decided to live my life. If I boycotted every company that did something that was shady, then I would have nothing. Yeah. I would drink fucking like rainwater and like steal food from like, you know, people's homes or something like that. You know,
I'm pretty sure like most of the items that we own are probably made by slave labor in China or something like that.
Yeah, so yeah, I've just gotten to that point where like, yeah, I'm not going to sit there like, 'cause yeah, if I seriously, I would have nothing if I boycotted every company that had shady business practices.
Right.
Like this computer and this soundboard that I'm using right now are probably weren't made on the up and up.
No, probably.
This house probably what I'm recording is probably wasn't made on the up and up. So,
but see, Chick-fil-A's got the cow, so
they
got
do.
that going for 'em.
They encourage you to eat chicken, so they're trying to save the environment somehow, I guess.
Right.
Who's your number one?
My number one is going to be McDonald's. And like I said, I wasn't diversifying at the top of the list. Like you said before, it's synonymous with fast food. Reason I put it at number one was because I don't know if you've seen the movie with Michael Keaton in it,
Founder? No, I still need to watch that.
Very good. I watched it with it was free with ads on Vudu. Excellent movie, but it kind of opens your eyes to what Ray Kroc did. He was like he was a jerk, to be honest. He stole the McDonald's brothers restaurant, and then but he revolutionized the fast food industry too. Like he McDonald's is the reason why fast food is the way it is. So and plus they're not really afraid to innovate when it comes to their menu. Like when they got all that flack for having like really crappy food on their menu, they tried to diversify with like, okay, you can get fruit cups now, and you can get salads. And I actually remember when they took the salads off the menu, because I had actually made the decision, like, I'm gonna try and eat healthier. So if we ever go out to eat anywhere, I'm gonna just, I'll get the healthier option. And we went through the drive-through, and I was like, okay, I would like a salad, please. And they're like, we don't serve salads anymore. Like, oh, when did that happen? Like 2 years ago. Oh.
You don't serve salads here, you jerk.
It would have been Wendy's. This would have been Wendy's. Wendy's is so good, but I can't do a list without McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course their Big Mac is really good. Their quarter pounder is really good. Since you said Big Mac, I'm going to say quarter pounder because it's also a very iconic sandwich from McDonald's that's probably never going to go away.
Well, that's the thing with McDonald's is they seriously they're like the only like restaurant that I know of that like there's a whole fucking ad campaign devoted to them bringing a sandwich back for a limited time.
Yeah.
And when they did the McRib, spare me the stories. I know the McRib is not the greatest sandwich in the world. I know it's basically imitation rib meat. But when they tell me that, hey, the McRib is available now for a limited time, you can bet your fucking ass I'm going to McDonald's the day that I hear this, and I'm getting a McRib. And I probably will eat it 3 or 4 times before it's all said and done.
And then you're going to watch Carla Goes to McDonald's on YouTube because everybody loves that YouTube video.
What is it?
You haven't seen it before?
No, I haven't.
I believe the title of the video is called "Excuse Me, Bitch," and it's about this lady that goes into McDonald's and she orders a McRib, and the McDonald's lady doesn't ask her if she wants to buy an extra McRib for $1. So she's like, "Oh, you didn't ask me, so I get one for free, right?" And she looks me up and down and says, "I don't think you need one." Excuse me. Yeah, no, I'll send you the link. It's
all
funny.
right. I can't wait to watch that one.
But yeah, no, McDonald's has like all sorts of things that they bring back for a limited time. Like, do you remember McPizza?
I do. Actually, they used to have when I was younger, I was probably 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. I can't remember because it's back when I used to smoke weed all the time. But they used to have pizza delivery.
Yeah.
And it used to be, because they drove like these green and white, those Chevy Silhouette vans. They were kind of big for a while. Yeah, I remember the pizza. Actually, I just watched a video. Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports does these daily pizza reviews where he hits up a random pizza joint and he gives his review of it. Orlando actually has a McDonald's that on the inside looks like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. They have like arcade games and shit. I'm guessing this is probably somewhere close to Disney.
Yeah.
But that McDonald's has pizza.
Yeah, they still do it there. That is actually, I believe that is considered the world's largest McDonald's. If it's not, it's the one with the most floors.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've been there once before, and they still have the McPizza. I don't think it's the same pizza, but they still serve pizza there.
Well, they used to have like the same, like how they have the apple pie, and then like they've come out with different variations. They used to have pizza served like that. It looked like a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, it was basically a Hot Pocket. Yeah.
Yeah. A big Hot Pocket though.
I did not know this until recently. They actually when they had the McPizza back then, what had happened was Donato's, that's from here in Ohio, based in Columbus. They actually sold to McDonald's. So all of the McPizzas across the United States were Donato's pizzas. Mm-hmm. And then after the McPizza kind of fizzled out, Donato's made the decision to buy themselves back. And so they could stay in business. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't know that a local pizza joint had made it to McDonald's status.
We're the big time now. We're owned by McDonald's. You know, McDonald's used to have fried chicken too.
Yeah.
And they used to make their mashed potatoes that they basically, you could tell that they were just fucking crushed up French fries.
Yeah.
But their chicken wasn't bad. In a pinch, their chicken wasn't hateful. But we used to manipulate the pizza delivery driver. Basically, the McDonald's close to us, guessed that they seen like an opening to deliver other food.
Yeah.
So we basically used to call that McDonald's, and like they would just bring us like menu items off the menu instead of ordering pizza, and they would bring it to our house. It was fucking fantastic. And they would, if you went to McDonald's at 1 o'clock in the morning and you were too fucked up to drive, McDonald's was bringing you some food.
Excellent choice. Another McDonald's hack that I forgot to mention earlier. If you don't want an entire Big Mac, but you want the Big Mac experience, get extra Mac sauce. I think it's like 50 cents or something like that. Throw it on a hamburger. Just get one of those really cheap 80-cent hamburgers.
They've also done it with the McDouble and the double cheeseburger too.
Yeah. So good.
We should have just turned this into a fucking McDonald's discussion. We've been spending a lot of time on McDonald's.
I mean, it's fast food.
They're the Mac Daddy of fast food restaurants. That's total pun intended. My number one is Wendy's. Fucking love it. My kids love it too, so I'm happy about that. I just love Wendy's because it's like their hamburgers seem just to taste the freshest out of any of the fast food joints.
Yeah.
Their fries are always good, and their fries are also, compared to like Burger King and McDonald's, their fries are still not horrible when they're like not hot.
Yeah, they don't turn into ash.
Yeah, you can get Wendy's fries like kind of lukewarm, and they're still pretty solid. Yeah, whereas the other two, it's like you're relying on like them staying hot to.
Yeah. You can throw Wendy's fries in a microwave or like even in an air fryer for like 3 minutes, and they're good as new.
Yeah, I don't throw. I think I nuke mine for like 10 seconds because I think my microwave setting is set to burn the roof of your mouth. So I only throw them in there.
You know, that's another thing. Like, you know how like packages have the set your microwave to medium power or something like that. Nobody ever changes the power on their microwave.
Hell no.
I'm gonna throw it in there and then push a button.
Nope. I can make soup so fucking hot that if you spilled it, it will literally give you burns to put you into a fucking burn ward at a hospital in like a minute.
Just burn your way through the floor of your house.
Yeah, like it'll seriously burn a hole in my fucking floor. Yeah, Wendy's hamburgers are awesome. And then they have the iconic Frosty. I think that would be the item that I would recommend if you go to a Wendy's to get is the Frosty. It's not quite a milkshake, but it's not quite an like a cup of ice cream.
Yep.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like they've taken chocolate and vanilla ice cream, mixed it together, and it's just made this awesome, delectable treat. It's almost a gimme that if you go to Wendy's, you're going to end up with one of them too. They even have it to where you can buy a keychain once a year, and you can get a free small one the entire year for like, I think it's like $6. You buy this little keychain. Yeah, and you get Frosties for the entire year for free.
Like every day?
Yeah, and I'm too stupid to fucking buy it. Like, we go to Wendy's enough to where this would pay for itself twice, but I never do it.
No idea they did that. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do it. They did it I know they did it last year, so it might be coming up.
Yeah.
We're only into March, so maybe that's coming up. But yeah, Wendy's is number one for me. Definitely got to try the Frosty if you go there. So
I would agree with that. And I mean, if we're doing the what is the best restaurant out of all of these, I'm gonna have to go with your number one because it wasn't able to make my list, but it's up there.
Yeah, Wendy's is awesome.
Yeah.
Final question for you before we wrap this up. What is the worst fast food restaurant that is available all across America to you?
Rallies.
Yeah. Checkers?
Yep.
I know for me, it has nothing to do with like their food. Most people I know really like them. I just had a bad experience with them. It's Chipotle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's simply due to the fact that A few years ago when they had that skirmish with people buying burritos and then getting food poisoning, they did this promotion where you could text a number and get a coupon for a free burrito. I had never had a single problem with Chipotle. And then I get food poisoning off the fucking free burrito that they were giving out because their food was giving people food poisoning.
Yeah. That's Chipotle is synonymous now with diarrhea in a bowl.
Yeah.
Or in a tortilla.
I know a lot of people, like most people I know, love them. I will not eat there ever again simply because I got sick. And that was the worst food poisoning I had ever experienced in my entire life was from Chipotle. I thought I was going to fucking die.
I've gotten food poisoning plenty of places, but I don't think I've ever gotten food poisoning there. I don't necessarily like them all that much, though, so I don't really go there a lot, so to be fair.
And I think I'm a little bit more spiteful towards them because I got food poisoning off of a free burrito that they were giving away as a good deed or a, hey, come on back, we're good now.
We're sorry we gave you food poisoning.
We're sorry that you had your diet consisted of Pedialyte for an entire week. Come on back. This one's on us.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't like Rallies is because, I mean, I've never gotten food poisoning from there, but it just seems so dirty all the time. I actually, my wife has actually seen a rat outside of one while waiting for food. First time.
That must have been the fry cook on a break. Was he burning a dart? That's Franco the chef. Don't mind him.
He looks like a rat, but he's not one.
That's Ratatouille's brother.
The fries are always soggy. If I got Rally's fries from the grocery store, which they sell, awesome fries, great seasoning. Rally's fries from the restaurant, always soggy. You never got a crispy fry from there. All of their hamburgers just doused in mayonnaise. They're swimming in mayonnaise. You want a little bit of hamburger with your mayonnaise? Because we'll give you some extra mayonnaise on that burger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't frequent Rallies too much. They used to be I know when they first came to our town, they used to be called Snaps.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we went to the first one they opened up. And I remember the very first day they opened up, placed our order. The guy says, "You know why they call us Snaps?" And being a young stupid kid, I'm like, "No, tell me why." And he goes, "Your food will be out in just a snap of your fingers." And he goes, "Snap your fingers." And I snapped my fingers and my food was out there. And I was just fucking blown away by how awesome that was. And yeah. I ate Snaps for years until they changed to Rallies. And then I don't know, they fucked it up.
Yep. And you're always sitting there waiting for the one. There's always one person in there. And you're just like, okay, well, I feel bad for him, so I'm not gonna be too mad, but I've been waiting here.
Yeah, you always end up getting that. The last time we went there, it was like winter time, and my kids wanted ice cream. The place that we normally go to, they had a power outage, so we couldn't get ice cream there. Went to McDonald's. Lo and behold, the fucking ice cream machine didn't work. So we went to Rallies to get milkshakes, and the girl working at the drive-thru window looked like she was just one irate customer away from either just burning the place down or, taking her frustrations out on somebody. So we were super kind to her. But yeah, that's usually the people that are working there. It's just like these people are the misfits of society. Yeah. I apologize to anyone that works at Rallies. I'm sure you're a lovely human being.
Hey,
but
that's one of the reasons why, when people are like, oh, well, fast food workers making $15 an hour, they work hard.
Yeah.
They work in the crappiest industry.
And they take a bunch of shit.
They need the
a ton of it. I'll tell this little story before we wrap this up. We were at McDonald's once, and I don't know if he was the manager or I always have this running gag where I call somebody who's not quite the manager, like a shift captain or a line lead or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. he was a bigwig because he had the black shirt on.
Yeah.
So like basically the color schemes at McDonald's are kind of like the color schemes of like if you were like in Starfleet and Star Trek, you know, like
I was literally gonna say
the different colors mean like what rank you are. But this lady wanted a certain amount of mayonnaise on her sandwich, and they couldn't land the plane on the amount that she needed. Like they had too much, they had too little, and this woman kept going back up there four times. And we were leaving as the final confrontation happened. I really wanted to stick around, but it looked like the guy was basically going to tell this old lady, like, well, you know what? We've done everything we can. You fucking come back here and put the mayonnaise that you want on it.
See, I was about to say, just give her mayonnaise in a cup at that point. Tell her to do it herself.
Also, fun fact about McDonald's before we wrap this up, I was once called a Ben Affleck looking motherfucker because I got my food before somebody else.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap this up, that should have been the mic drop, but you got anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
No, I think that's it. That's the mic drop.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Lasted a lot longer than I thought. I thought this was only going to be a 30-minute episode. Here we are, an hour and 10 minutes into it. So,
okay.
If you agree, disagree with our list, have anything that you want to add, feel free to hit us up on our socials. We are on Twitter at couchbrotatopodcast. We are on Facebook, on Instagram. You can email us at couchbrotatopodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss episodes each and every week. So until next time, we will talk to you guys later.